Today on The Sharp Reality, I tell you what slutty women have in common with rescue dogs. Plus, a woman wants an alpha male without the alpha baggage. TSR Live starts right now.
Previously on TSR Live.
Everything is easy for hot girls. And a lot of you out there might be thinking, well, Donovan, you're using hyperbole. Nah, I'm here to tell you. Life for super attractive women is, in the United States and in the Western Hemisphere, it is fantastic. The girl on your screen right now, I can guarantee you she probably hasn't bought a drink in her life. She probably has never bought a drink or a pack of cigarettes. She's probably never paid for drugs. I don't know. She kind of looks high. She looks like she's high on cocaine. Whatever she's high on, I can promise you that she didn't pay for. And the reason why she doesn't have to pay for these things is because she's hot.
And now your man, Donovan Sharp.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of TSR Live. It is Tuesday, September 5th. 2017. Man, the summertime just came and went. I mean, just like that. I mean, it won't be long before we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. Goddamn, time flies. Well, let's get right into it. Throughout the years, on blogs, manosphere blogs, regular websites, we like to compare certain things. We like to compare women to certain things. Women have been compared to dogs. They've been compared to grocery stores. They've been compared to automobiles. They've been compared to everything. Women are like milk. Women are like roses. Well, today I'm going to compare women, slutty women, promiscuous women, like most women are here in this part of the country. I'm going to compare them to rescue dogs, dogs who are perpetually in and out of shelters. I'm not really sure if a lot of you have really, if you're paying attention and if you really think about a rescue dog and a slutty woman, a perpetually single woman, their lives are a lot more alike than you might think, and I'm going to talk about that here today. So let's go ahead and get right to it. The first similarity between rescue dogs and sluts is that a dog. First, let me set it up like this: an animal shelter, a dog shelter, a kennel, a rescue kennel for a dog is the same as a single life for a female. Dogs don't want to be in shelters, guys. They want to be in a permanent home with a family because it's a better life. Now, a dog can't say that out loud. They can't say that out loud. They can't say that they want a family, but they all do. You can tell it in their behavior in both environments. If they're with a family and they're being well taken care of, they're obviously happy. And when they're in kennels or shelters, you watch any of those Sarah McLachlan commercials, those commercials tell you all you need to know about what they think about kennel life. And man, as soon as I hear that song or I see one of those dogs on the screen, I turn the channel, man. I've got thick skin and I've seen and been through a lot of shit, but for whatever reason, those commercials, I can't stomach. I can't stay around those. Anyway, moving on to women. Women don't want to be single. Women want a permanent relationship with a man because it's better than sleeping around. It's better than worrying about getting STDs. It's better than worrying about his girlfriend or his wife finding out about her. It's better than her worrying about getting pregnant because she doesn't remember. She doesn't remember if Derek used a condom last night or if she forgot to take the pill yesterday. Now, today's women will brag about how much they love the single life. They'll brag about how they don't like being locked down or tied down, but they're lying through their fucking teeth, guys. Every woman wants to be in a relationship of consequence no matter what they say. It is in their very nature. Men, we are designed to be polygamous. Women are designed to be monogamous. This is why women are polygamous. They are absolutely fucking miserable. A woman can be fucking 5 different dudes, guys, but she only wants to be with one of them. That's always how it goes. Guys, always. She doesn't want to be fucking... Women don't want to be fucking multiple dudes. She wants to be fucking just one. A woman who talks about or brags about how she loves the single life is just like a dog in a shelter wagging its tail, jumping around and acting happy. Women hate being single and dogs hate being in a shelter. The difference is dogs are honest about it. Now, for dogs, a shelter is unpredictable. Some of the staff treats them nicely, some of them not so much. Maybe they get walked 3 times one day, maybe only once the next. They have to watch now this is the sad part about it. They have to watch other dogs around them getting adopted, and they sort of wonder to themselves, I guess in doggies or caninese, well, when is someone going to adopt me? Why doesn't somebody pick me? Is there something wrong with me? This is what they think to themselves when they see other dogs being adopted, which is why when you watch those Sarah McLachlan commercials, those dogs are looking depressed. There's no doubt about it. As far as women go, the single life is also highly unpredictable for women. Some men treat them great. Some men treat them like dog shit. Some men are married. Some men are players. Some are around a lot. Others only once a month. Then they sit around, they watch their friends getting commitments from their boyfriends or getting married. And now women ask themselves, well, when am I going to get married? Why can't I find a boyfriend? Is there something wrong with me? Guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. Also, follow me on Facebook, like my Facebook page. It's entitled TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. I've been on Facebook now for the 3rd time. My first 2 accounts got shut down because my dumbass decided to engage with the trolls, but I've learned my lesson. Hopefully 3rd time will certainly be the charm. I am now on Instagram. Just look for Donovan Sharp. My username is The Sharp Reality. I'll post pictures and videos of my goings on in my daily life. If you go there now, I posted a video on the dinner that my girl made last night. Holy smokes, man. She made us a couple of steaks. And she made steaks with these mushrooms. Were fucking fantastic. And then we had a cauliflower au gratin on the side. So she's an excellent cook. You guys know that. I'm always posting pictures of the meal she cooks for me on Twitter. If you guys want to hit the show, if you guys want to drop me your thoughts, your comments, questions, concerns, or not concerns, I don't want concern trolls, stories you'd like to tell, etc., you can either go to my website, thesharpreality.com, click on the contact tab, drop me your thoughts there, ask me questions, or you can send me a tweet at the hashtag TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. Now back to dogs and girls, back to sluts and rescue dogs. Now, how dogs end up back in shelters. If you as a dog owner, if you're not ready to own a dog, if you're not well learned or well studied, if you didn't do your research on their breed, their behavior, what to do to get the best out of them, they're going to start acting badly. They're going to start using the bathroom in the house. They're going to poop in the house. They're going to chew up your shoes, and you end up giving them away or taking them to a shelter. Well, guess what? The same thing is with women. If you're not ready to handle a woman, guys, if you're not aware of what makes them tick, what they need, what they don't need, how to reward them, how to punish them, what their motivations are for both good and bad behavior, what things to keep them away from, guys, she's going to cheat. She's going to talk back. She's going to disrespect you. She's going to emasculate you. She's not going to represent you well in public, etc., etc. And eventually she will end up single again, the equivalent of a dog shelter. Make no mistake about it, the single life and the dog shelter are one and the same. They are two of the same thing. Now, every dog is absolutely different. Every rescue dog is different. Whether you get them from the shelter or you get them from a reputable breeder, which we'll get into a little bit later. Now, as a dog owner, guys, you have to understand the differences in breeds. You can't treat them or train them all the same. You got to do your research before you pick out a dog. You have to understand that, for example, German Shepherds need a lot of exercise. They need a lot of water. If you keep them cooped up all day, they're going to tear up the house. They're going to drink out of your toilet. They're going to pee on your floor because of all that pent-up energy. German Shepherds are terrible for apartments unless you have a kick-ass dog park right behind where you live. And even then, you have to be home to walk them 3, 4, 5 times a day. Whereas if you own a house with some acreage and a big backyard, your German Shepherd is going to be much more well-behaved. Well, on the flip side, if you try to run with your Pomeranian or play Frisbee with it every day, it's going to get irritable, it's going to get tired, it's going to get worn out. Because a Pomeranian is a companion dog. It's not a working dog like the German Shepherd. You have to know the differences between breeds. You can't treat them all the same because they don't all react the same way to the same lifestyle. As far as women go in this regard, we all know that most women are hoes and that they operate in the same slutty way and they all have the same hoe tendencies. This has all been said and done to death. But they are not all the same in terms of personality traits and what makes them tick. In my Booster Shot segment on yesterday's show, I talked about Illimitable Man's article, The AWOLT Misconception, and a key point that he made was that even though all women are like that, in terms of their sexual tendencies, not all women are exactly the same. And that's 100% true. You might have a woman who will comply the very first time you softly, hey, lower your voice. Then you might meet a woman who needs to be told to shut the fuck up while you glare at her in order to get her to stop running off at the mouth. Two different kinds of women. They're both women. They're both hypergamous. You have to treat them. You have to handle them differently sometimes. You might have a woman who automatically respects your superior size and strength, so she never really tries to get physical with you. And then you might meet a bitch who has no issue with hitting you or pushing you. Now, if that's the case, you need to get the fuck out of there before you do something stupid. And listen, get out of there and never go back, because trust and believe, you do not want to catch a domestic violence charge. Believe me. There are women out there who respond better to negative reinforcement, and then there are women out there who respond better to who need positive reinforcement more than others. The point is, guys, that you can't treat them all the same and expect the exact same results. One size does not fit all with dogs, and it damn sure doesn't fit with women. I can certainly attest to that. Guys, make sure you like the video. I'm trying to get at least 100 likes per video. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. If you like the show, subscribe to my page, send my link to, and listen, anyone you know who pees standing up, send them to the Sharp Reality Live with Donovan Sharp. Tell them to subscribe to my page. If you want to subscribe after the video, I think there's a watermark on the bottom right-hand corner right there in the live ticker that I have in the bottom. So those of you watching this on delay, the subscribe button, you can either find it on my home page, or you can just hit that watermark. All right, well, let's see what's going on. Let me do my shout outs here. All right, Deep 1985, what's up? Definitely see you in here every day. Kobe Anthony, I think you're the same Kobe Anthony. Not really sure, but what's up? Red Beast, what's going on, man? Donnell said this is about to be funny. Listen, man, the truth is sometimes funny. That's just how it is. So, Yuda Celine says, are you still on the keto diet? I'm never perpetually on the ketogenic diet. To me, now, some guys can be on the keto diet indefinitely. My body composition, my body type, I only really need to be on it for maybe a couple of weeks at a time. If I see myself starting to carry a little more water weight, if I start to get a little flab in the midsection, I might go keto for a week or two, but I'm never perpetually on the keto diet. I mean, and I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I have a juicer, and I get pretty much all of my carbohydrates from complex carbohydrates from fruits and vegetables, so I don't crave the bad carbs like the breads and the cheeses and or the breads and the donuts and the pizzas and things like that. I'll indulge every once in a while, but I don't make it a habit. That's how that's how I stay in good shape. Taylor Walston says, Donovan, your beats on this show are always fire. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I got them custom made from a guy I know who does beats. I just told him to put together some simple stuff here. Kobe Anthony asks, can you do a car comparison for women? That's been done to death. I've seen several car comparisons. If I can think of some comparisons between women and cars that other people haven't thought of or discussed, I'll certainly do a show on one. But I've never heard or seen of anyone comparing single slutty women to rescue dogs. And as you guys will see here within the next few moments, there are too many similarities for them to really ignore. But I'll definitely look into it and see if I can come up with something original for you guys. Ko Ben 06 says, what are your thoughts about giving a girl you just met your number as opposed to taking hers? Oh yeah, you were on the last stream, Kobe. I have a bad memory with that stuff sometimes, but yeah, getting back to KO Ben's number, I'm of the mind that if you're just starting out in game, give the girl your phone number. And the reason why is giving a girl your phone number acts as training wheels. Now, you have to understand that when you give the girl your phone number, you also give her the control. She controls when she texts you the first time. She controls at least that first interaction. After she texts you the first time, then the control is shared, but you have in essence given her control in terms of when she wants the interaction to start. I've been gaming women for the better part of the last decade, and I gave women my number for about the first year and a half, but after a while, my go-to line is, "Hey, you seem cool. Here's my phone. Here's my phone. Put your number in. We'll hang out. We'll have a good time." Most of the time they give me their number. Sometimes they don't. But when I have the girl's number, I have control. Sometimes I wait the standard 3 days to text her. Sometimes I'll text her immediately. "Hey, I'm the good-looking black guy in the blue shirt who just swept you off your feet. He, ha, ha, ha," and then the game is on. So if you're new to game, there's certainly nothing wrong with giving a girl your phone number. But understand that gives her the control. But as you progress in game, as you become more proficient in talking to women, picking up women, setting up meetups, fucking pretty girls, you need to flip the script and get her to give you her phone number. All right, very good. Yeah, Justin Cross definitely agrees. Darren Brown says Donovan Sharp has the best podcast. I honestly believe he is the next Howard Stern. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I've heard some real comparisons, man. You guys listen, man. You guys are one of the smartest audiences here. I've always said, even in my Return of Kings articles, I learned just as much from you guys as you guys learned from me. So definitely appreciate the love, guys. Like I said, hit the subscribe button if you like what you hear. Get your friends, family members, anybody with a dick to subscribe to the show. Definitely get the likes up so we can increase the profile of the show and keep this train going. So moving right along here. Another thing that sluts and rescue dogs have in common is that they have both had plenty of opportunities. They both have plenty of chances. A shelter dog has likely had a few owners in the past, but unfortunately for that dog, the owners didn't know how to potty train them, how to keep them from tearing up the house. They didn't want to crate train them because the woman said, "Oh, it's inhumane to put them in a crate." They're afraid to raise their voice at the dog because it's inhumane. A shelter dog a lot of times has had multiple owners, but because those owners couldn't handle them, they ended up with another owner or back in the shelter. Well, similarly, sluts have had plenty of boyfriends in the past. There's no doubt about it. But those boyfriends were afraid to check her in private and in public, all right? Her past boyfriends had no idea how to cultivate good behavior and eliminate the bad behavior. They weren't aware of the fact that women are self-destructive by nature and that they all need that most of them need a good firm hand to keep them away from things that could harm her both mentally and physically. Most of her boyfriends are clueless about the real mindset of a woman. She's not looking for Mr. Nice Guy who's going to let her do whatever she wants. But she's looking for that strong leader. And that's what she wants and that's what she needs. But because her previous boyfriends couldn't handle them, she ends up back in the shelter or with another boyfriend who isn't adept at handling her properly. This is another big time similarity between slutty women and rescue dogs. Now, before you pick your dog or before you pick your girl, there are a few things that need to be done. Before you pick out your dog, you have to do your research about their breed, their dietary needs, their grooming needs, how often they need to be walked, how much exercise they need, how much mental stimulation they need, what their lifespan is, what diseases and conditions they're prone to. At that point, you're then ready to go to a shelter or contact a reputable breeder. Before you hit the dating scene and pick out a woman, you've got to do your research as well, which is finding and obtaining red pill related material, guys. This is what you got to do. You need to bookmark Return of Kings. You need to bookmark illimitablemen.com. You need to bookmark the Red Pill subreddit. You need to bookmark therationalmale.com. There are plenty of other sites out there, but you can supplement them. You can supplement those sites with a lot of the other sites out there, but those are really the only four that you really need. Then you need to watch guys like Tom Lakis, the late great Patrice O'Neill, and you need to subscribe to shows like TSR Live. At that point, you're ready to start dating around. Now, understand that you are almost never going to find a pure breed dog at a shelter. Most dogs at shelters are mutts, which isn't bad, and that can certainly be mitigated if you pay attention to the dog, if you're patient, you figure out what you're dealing with. But the best way to guarantee yourself a purebred dog is, like I said earlier, is to find a reputable breeder. That way you know exactly what to expect. That way you know exactly what to expect and what you're getting. Now, purebred dogs are very expensive because it takes a lot of time and money for breeders to produce quality pups. You know, they got to get them. I mean, and listen, if you're willing to spend the extra coin, it's worth it, provided you know what you're buying. If you're a guy who lives in an apartment, there is no need for you to go out and get a border collie. You're going to have a fucking nightmare. By the same time, if you live on a 28-acre farm, getting a dachshund or a dachshund, as some people like to pronounce it, the wiener, the sausage dog, that dog's probably not going to have any fun. Yeah, they'll chase around vermin, but that's just too much space for them. You have to make sure you know what's going. You have to make sure that you have the right environment set up if you're going to go out and pick a dog, shelter, purebred or otherwise. With women, you have to understand, guys, that the chances of finding a woman with a low notch count or even a virgin, which is the equivalent of a purebred dog in this part of the world, slim to none, guys. We all know this. Most women these days are sluts, which is obviously not good. But if you've done your research, you can avoid a lot of the problems that comes with dealing with sluts. If you have lived in this country, you have accepted this as a necessary evil. But if you want to increase your chances of finding a woman with a low notch count or even a virgin, you can move to another country. And if you're going to have to move to another country if you're willing to spend a little extra money. Okay, everything has a cost, and I'm going to get to that a little bit later. Now, some men out there say that Eastern Europe is a good place to find quality girls who aren't sluts. I've also heard that South America, particularly Brazil, has said to have large numbers of girls who haven't jumped on the carousel. James Maverick, I think you can find him on Twitter at Maverick Mindset or at James Maverick. He writes for Return of Kings on occasion, and I forget what his website is. I'll have to get with him and find out or do a search for it. Definitely find James Maverick, the Maverick Mindset. If you're thinking about relocating to South America or Brazil, this guy wrote the book on the American male's survival guide in terms of what to expect: lifestyle, girls, women, game. I mean, this guy, he has made it his life's work to travel around the world and be the embodiment of the red pill nomad. But he has a special affinity for Brazilian girls, and it's not hard to see why. So definitely check out his site. But you got to do your due diligence, guys, and make your decision if that's the direction you want to go. Again, that's a huge change to uproot yourself, provided you don't have any unbreakable ties here in the States, to go and find a quality girl. It's a huge undertaking, but I'm told that it's worth it if you go, if you do it. That's what I've been told. Now, with shelter dogs, you have to understand that shelter dogs are in the shelter for a reason, guys. Okay? Maybe they bark too much. Maybe they're dog aggressive, meaning they attack other dogs. Maybe they're people aggressive, meaning they attack other people. Maybe they're not good around children. Maybe they only eat people food and won't eat dog food. Whatever the case may be, they're there for a reason. They're not there for nothing. A woman who is perpetually single is single for a reason. People around her will tell her, "Oh, you're a great catch," or "Oh, Mr. Right is out there somewhere," or that her last boyfriend made a mistake when he dumped her. But they don't always know the whole story, guys. She might be an insufferable bitch. She could have expensive habits. She could be a drug addict. She could be an alcoholic. She might have daddy issues. I mean, guys, the list is endless. And we all know this, but the point is that if a perpetually single woman was a catch, she'd have already been caught, right? It makes sense. If she's such a catch, then why hasn't she been caught yet? But her last boyfriend dumped her because she fucked her coworker on a business trip last month, and he ended up finding out about it. It's usually the way it goes. What slutty women and rescue dogs have in common is that they are both where they are in large part because of bad ownership. The difference is that women are far more culpable and are born with the inherent understanding of the difference between right and wrong, no matter what feminism tells them. Guys, plenty of ways to contribute to the show, TSR Live here. You can donate right there in the chat via Super Chat. I had somebody donate a couple of bucks during my last podcast. Definitely appreciate that. You can also donate via Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharp. If you go to thesharpreality.com and bookmark the Amazon link at the top of my homepage and do all your Amazon shopping through that link, you'll be contributing to the show at absolutely no cost to you. Just do your Amazon shopping as normal. You're not going to be charged any more, any less. But the Amazon affiliate link gives us a cut if you go there. So if you're a little short on cash, that's always a good option. And then of course you can always donate via PayPal. Contribute via PayPal at the bottom of my homepage. So Amazon at the top, PayPal at the bottom. Go to Patreon, and of course you can always contribute via Super Chat. That is definitely something new, but I'm glad that it's there. Now, where not to find where not to get a dog and where not to get a girl. Now, rescue shelters these days, they're pretty well funded. So before they put a dog up for adoption, they make sure that the dogs are healthy. They make sure that they're up to date on their shots and vaccinations. They make sure their deal breakers, their deal breaker behaviors are trained out of them. Shelters also do a very good job in making dogs very family friendly, and they are extremely selective in terms of who they let adopt them. They thoroughly vet people before they even let the dog leave the facility with a human. Now, a reputable breeder is obviously the best option if you've got the money, but you really can't go wrong either way. But the worst place to get a dog is off of Craigslist or other online classified sites like it. You see it all the time. I'm moving and my new place doesn't accept animals, or my boyfriend's allergic to my dog. Guys, do not fall for this and do not take these dogs, guys. I'm here to tell you. Don't let your girlfriends, don't let your wives fall for this. They're giving away their dog because the dog is a menace. Okay? It might bite. It might attack people, it might attack other dogs, it might have an incessant chewing disorder, or any number of things that make it an insufferable pup. People never give away dogs they want, ever. And if they're giving it away, then there is always something seriously wrong with it. Trust and believe there is always something wrong with the dog. In terms of women, the worst place to find women, as we all know, are dating sites like Tinder, Plenty of Fish, OkCupid, etc. The bar, the club are two places you should definitely not go looking for a girl for a long-term relationship. Listen, if you're just looking to get your cock wet, yeah, man, swipe right with the best of them, get your dick sucked, fuck bitches in the ass. If you're looking to get sucked and fucked at the club, go to the bar, get drunk, go home and get laid. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship with a woman, the bar, the club, or any sort of online dating app, you're not going to find them there. The women, I have found that the women I've had the best time with in terms of quality women are women that I meet in my everyday life. I met one girl at a gas station I spent some time with. I met one girl at an auto parts store. I met one girl at a movie. I've met them anywhere and everywhere. When I meet them organically out and about, doing things, shopping for groceries, getting my car washed, what have you, those women tend to... Now, don't get me wrong. Just because you meet a woman out and about does not mean she's a quality woman. But she's much more likely to be a quality woman if you didn't meet her in a club or a bar or on an online dating site. Again, just because you meet a girl at a gas station doesn't mean she doesn't have a Tinder profile. Doesn't mean she's not on Plenty of Fish, and it doesn't mean she's hitting the club. That doesn't mean she's not hitting the club that night. But you have to understand that when you meet a girl in your everyday life, she's a little less likely to have those. She's a little more likely to maybe be long-term relationship material relative to what we have here in the States. Like the dog on Craigslist, guys, she's at the bar or the club for a reason. If she were such a good woman and such a catch, like I said earlier, she'd have dudes lined up around the block without ever having stepped foot in a bar or club. And guys, women on dating sites, specifically Tinder, are epic sluts. They're not looking for love. They're looking for cock. They're looking for dick. We know it. They know it, and everybody knows it. No matter what they say. Oh, I'm just looking for a friend. No, you're looking for a fuck friend, sweetie. Listen. Everybody knows that whoever's on Tinder, you guys are looking to fuck. Nothing wrong with it. Just understand that you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. If a guy ever says to me, "Oh, I just got engaged to Amy," really? Where'd you meet? Oh, we met on Tinder. All right, suit yourself, man. I'll be your best man, but then I'll also be your best friend at your house, pouring you a vodka when you cry on my shoulder about the fact that she cheated on you with her gym teacher, or with the gym teacher. Okay, it is time. Oh, wait a minute. Guys, if you want the archive, if you want to find all episodes of TSR Live, The Sharp Reality, they can be found on iTunes. They can be found on SoundCloud. They can now be found on the Google Play app. And of course, right here on YouTube. You can also find them all on thesharpreality.com. Okay, time to get to today's article that I found on Red Pill Women. Let's get to it.
My sex number doesn't matter. Should I get another abortion? Yeah, I cheated on him, but it was totally his fault. How can I get him to trust me after I cheated on him? Again, I don't even know who the father is.
So, anytime I'm on the internet, I'll take a look at the Huffington Post, I'll take a look at Jezebel, I'll take a look at Red Pill Women, Red Pill Wives even. Of course, 2X chromosomes, that is a laughable disaster. The reason I created this segment is because I know that a lot of men out there still think that not all women are like that. And so my job as a purveyor of the red pill is to show you that all women are like that. And today's AWOLT example comes to us from none other than Red Pill Women. This is unbelievable, guys. So take a listen to this. If you guys are watching, you guys can read it, but for those of you who are just listening on YouTube, I'll read it for you. It says, quote, "Been lurking here for a while, gathering my thoughts on the topics and how it may apply to my own life. I have to be honest, I'm not totally sold on some of the specific ideas of Red Pill Women, and it's not always great how Red Pill, in general, is used in real life. But the main idea, I get it, and I respect the other views if those people are healthy and happy. I just have some specific questions that I'm hoping you wonderful ladies can help me with. I'm going to make this first post about my one and only question, though. In my dating life," she says, "I have always chosen and pursued what I now perceive to be men with alpha characteristics. This is what I am attracted to. To keep with the jargon, I'm not attracted to beta men at all. Beta men have pursued me and I am just not excited. I've turned down stable men over unstable alpha men." Yeah, big shock there. "Here's the issue. The alpha men I end up giving my love and attention to end up being either guys who don't want to commit, maybe just to me, some of this may be my MV, which can be worked on, or controlling, abusive, unstable, have other huge issues, and I end up extremely unhappy. I like to believe that I want to be led by an alpha leader, and that's what I'm attracted to, I think. However, when this dynamic plays out in my dating life, I actually find myself resentful and anxiety-ridden because of being told what to do, feeling like I am not in control of my own life or destiny because of the abuse, general irresponsibility, controlling stuff, etc. She ends up by saying, I've narrowed this down to two potential issues. Number one, the alpha men I date aren't true alpha, meaning I'm not vetting them well enough. Number two, I'm not truly attracted to alpha men, and I should stick with beta, even though that doesn't really feel right either." Well, let's go ahead and break this down, Red Pill Donovan Sharp style. First off, she says, "I'm not totally sold on some of the specific ideas of Red Pill Women," which means she likes hearing the benefits of being She likes hearing about being a quote Red Pill woman, but she doesn't want to do the work to actually be one. Okay, she likes the idea of being the kind of woman that high-value men would commit to, but like every other woman in that particular subreddit, she has no interest in doing what's necessary to be that woman. Later on, she says that she's chosen and pursued men with alpha characteristics. She said that she's not attracted to beta men. Sweetheart, that's every woman. You're not special. The only women who settle down with betas are unattractive women or women past the wall. It's actually kind of funny how women humble brag about their preferences with men, as though they're the only women who like strong men. It's fucking hilarious. She then goes on to say that, surprise, surprise, the men that she gives her love and attention to don't want to commit, and that they're controlling, abusive, unstable, and have issues. Then she actually tries to blame alpha males for being alpha by saying they're not truly alpha because of their controlling nature. Then she tries to talk herself into the fact that she's not really attracted to them. Then in the same breath says she's not attracted to betas. So she lies then tells the truth while talking out of both sides of her mouth. That's very hard to do, but women are adept at doing it. Then right at the very end, guys, she confirms what I've been saying for years when she says she's attracted to alpha men but can't deal with the alpha baggage. Guys, this is another case of women wanting the benefits of something. Of wanting the benefits of something without any of the costs associated with it. They want the man who's square-jawed, has six-pack abs, the take-control personality, and all the benefits and social status of being with a man that most men want without any of the downside. She wants it both ways. Women want to, like, fat women want to be thin without watching what they eat and working out. So they bitch about how unfair it is. Why? Because they want something but aren't willing to pay for it. This is what women do. This woman clearly has no idea that these men come with a price, okay? If you want to be a 5%er, if you want to be with a 5%er, if you want to be with an alpha male, women, you're going to have to deal with his controlling personality. You're going to have to deal with his instability. You're going to have to deal with the issues he has because true alpha males aren't born, they're made. True alpha males, true 5%ers, they've been through some fucked up shit. Okay, they've seen some fucked up shit, and they've done some fucked up shit to get to where they are. Tragedy, strife, struggle, those things turn males into the attractive men that women want. But there's always a residual consequence that comes with having gone through those struggles. Men understand this, women do not. And this is why this girl can't figure out why she can't find what I call the free alpha male. An alpha male she's attracted to that only has the easy to digest characteristics and none of the shit that's tough to deal with. I'll give you an example. My main chick, she loves the hell out of her. She loves her some Donovan. There's no question about it. She knows and understands who I am. Does she get frustrated at my stubbornness? Of course she does, guys. Does it hurt her feelings when I raise my voice at her? Yup. Does she ever get angry at me when I tell her she can't do something? All the fucking time, guys. She knows I've got my issues, and she damn sure knows I've got plenty of shit with me. But she understands very clearly that to have me in her life, there is a price to pay. She knows that if she wants me, she knows she wants me and she needs me, and she knows that I don't come cheap and I don't come easy. Men like me never do. For now, she's willing to pay the price. She's willing to pay that price to keep me around. Women who belong to 5%ers know and understand this concept very, very clearly. They know that nothing good comes without a cost. But the women who can't get men of value to commit to them would do well to sit down, think about the other side of being with men like them, and decide whether or not she has two choices. She can either bitch and moan, or she can bitch and moan about it, continue to ride the carousel trying to find the perfect alpha male who lets her get away with anything, or she can put on her big girl panties, be a grown-ass woman, and acknowledge that true alpha males do not come without their baggage. You cannot have it both ways. And that's that. Yeah, it's funny, man. Anytime I come across articles like that, it's females always lay bare their souls. They always say, "Well, I'm not the typical woman," and then they post something that clearly verifies their status as a typical woman. It's quite something. But like I said, the reason I created this segment is because a lot of guys, sometimes we slip back into beta ways. Some guys need a little more convincing. No, not all women are like that. I know this one chick. Nah, man. You go onto red pill women. You go onto 2X chromosomes. You go onto any subreddit, any forum that is female dominated. Listen, man, the red pill axioms and doctrines are on full fucking display without a doubt. Frequent these sites, guys. If you ever find yourself slipping back into beta ways, just do a quick search. 2X chromosomes, red pill wives, red pill wives, red pill women. Listen, man, red pill women, those are just sluts who want to be called red pill, again, without actually having to do the work to be a red pill woman. All right, let's take a... Kobe Anthony says that he wants to do a comparison for women on shoes. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Kobe Anthony also says finding a woman is like finding a car with 0 miles. I agree. It's not impossible, but it is highly, highly unlikely. Nigel Dick says, this is why I vent chicks. I think you want to say this is why I vet chicks. So, Nigel Diggs continues. He says, there are a lot of chicks that are good relationship. There are not a lot of chicks that are good relationship material around, but there are a lot of one night stand chicks. Yeah, listen. Women are always asking about red pill aware males. Why are you guys so angry? Why are you so jaded? Why do you always hit the road when you find out we have kids? Why are you so pissed off at us? Because you guys are hoes, man. Men don't want hoes. We want quality women. I've always said that having one quality woman trumps having 30 hoes. But guess what? For every one quality woman, there's 30,000 hoes in this country. This is why we're pissed. Let's see. Yeah, Wild Wise Man puts red pill women in parentheses. Absolutely. Yeah, Moises Guzman. Yeah, she wants purple pill, but unfortunately, she's going to cheat on the purple pill with the red pill alpha. That's how it is. Let's see what else do we have. Yeah, Wild Wise Man says, again, they like the idea of having the healthy relationship or lifestyle, but never put it to work. Exactly. Man, listen, you see fat chicks, especially at the beginning of the year, you always see fat chicks at the gym, January 1st, getting their workouts in, trying to get fit. What they don't understand is that it's a lifestyle change. You can't and I tell people all the time, don't say you're going on a diet. Just start eating better, because if you tell yourself and other people that you're going on a diet, that connotes a temporary phase. No, don't go on a diet. Make sure you clean up your diet. That's how you have to do. Don't say I'm going to go on a lifting regimen or I'm going to start riding my bike. No, just start riding your bike. You don't need to tell anybody about it. Just fucking do it. Cool Coley, good to see you in here, man. I was wondering if you were going to jump up in here. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot, like I said, guys, we can compare women to, we can compare things to compare women to a lot of different things. Like I said, they've been compared to shoes, cars. I haven't read one article, I forget where it was, that compared women to, I think it was grocery carts or something. And dude, the article was fucking brilliant. I sat there and laughed because the similarities that he drew between grocery carts and women, I mean, they were undeniable. They were undeniably fucking accurate. It's unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Like I said, guys, you guys can contribute to TSR Live via Super Chat, Patreon, bookmark my Amazon link in the bottom of my homepage, and of course you can always drop a little something in the tip jar. Guys, that's going to do it for today's edition of TSR Live. Thank you guys very much for listening. Make sure you like the video. Follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. Like my Facebook page, TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. And don't forget to hit that PayPal button in the bottom of my homepage. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.